either the right or the left hand side. Okay? Over here, our ratio is isolated. Okay, that theta minus 41 is a part of your angle. It's got nothing to do with your ratio. So if it was, for example, like in this previous one, 106 tan theta. Tan theta is not alone because of that 106. Okay, so over here, your ratio is already isolated. You don't have anything being added to your actual ratio, subtracted, multiplied, or divided. So over here, your ratio is isolated. Okay, so if it is isolated, our next step was to get rid of the cos. Because remember, this theta is what we want to calculate, but at the moment, theta is accompanied with minus 41. Are you with me? So our first step would have to be to get rid of that cos. So we do have theta alone. Okay, and the only way we can get rid of that cos is to shift cos, so we can get second function cos of that minus 1. Okay, so it's going to be cos theta minus 41 is equals to second function cos 0.5. Second function cos gets rid of the cos on the left hand side, and you see we are now left with theta minus 41. Now we can start taking over after we've calculated the right hand side. Okay, so second function shift cos 0.5 gives me 60. Any questions, grade 10s? Okay, so what you're going to do is now to get theta on its own, we're going to take the 41 over and it becomes plus 41. Okay, so theta's value is going to be 101. Grade 10s, listen to me carefully. You cannot go and take this negative 41 over because it's inside your brackets. The first thing you want to do is to go and take that minus 41 over and then shift cos. Theta is with that minus 41. So the first thing you have to do is first get rid of the cos and then you can take the negative 41 over. Okay, do you understand that? Okay. Okay, so what we're going to start with today is called the reciprocals of trig functions. What you guys need to understand is I don't want you to confuse second functions and reciprocals. Okay, so what you need to take note of, when we have cos minus 1, that does not equal 1 over cos. Okay, and the same with tan. And the same with sin. That second function is just calculating the angle. Okay, so don't confuse those. Okay, so like I said, don't confuse that. Where does that come in? So this is where the reciprocals come in. Okay, so the reciprocal are called the cosecant, the secant, and the cotangent. Okay, very important. You need to study this and you need to know it off by heart. Okay, so what the reciprocal is, okay, so how I like to remember it, is that sin's reciprocal is cosec. You need to know this. Okay, so sin's reciprocal is cosec. Cos's reciprocal is sec, and tan's reciprocal is cot. Study it and know it. Yes. Okay, so what is a reciprocal? Okay, so have a look over here. If we have cosec, cosec you know is the reciprocal of sin, right? So what is, looking at our ratios, what is the rhyme we have for sin? What is the rhyme we have for sin? Okay, so sin, silly, old hens. Okay? If we look at the reciprocal of sin, the reciprocal of sin is cosec. See there, cosec? And you see how it just swaps around. Your hypotenuse goes to the top and your opposite goes to the bottom. So that's what the reciprocal is literally, okay, do you understand? Okay? If we look at cos theta, cackle, and hop, cos's reciprocal is sec, okay, and normally cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, but you see it changes to hypotenuse over adjacent. Are you with me? Okay, and then tan theta together or alone, reciprocal of tan is cot, okay, and that's going to be swapped around, adjacent over opposites. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so that's what a reciprocal is. Okay, we're working with reciprocals over here. Okay, that's what you need to notice. Okay, cosec is the reciprocal for what? Okay, so we know this is the reciprocal for sin. And sec is the reciprocal for cos. Right, so we don't have triangles in this instance. Are you with me? To know where the hypotenuse lies, where adjacent is, we don't know any of that. Okay. So what we're going to use is this. Technically speaking, is saying cosec 30 divided by sec 30. Are you with me? Okay. So we know, and we've just said that cosec's reciprocal is sin. With me? Okay, so to rewrite this, we're going to write it as 1 over sin 30 degrees. Do you understand where I got that from? Who doesn't understand where I got that 1 over sin 30 from? Are you all fine? Yeah. Then we have divided by sec, we know is the reciprocal for, so it's 1 over cos 30. Okay, what is our rule for division? Tip and times. So we're going to tip it. So it's going to be 1 over sin 30 times by cos 30 over 1. You guys okay? Do we have to write okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we tip and we times. Okay, tip and times because we have division. Okay, now we put it into our calculator. What is the value for sin 30? Okay, sin 30 is a half. Are you with me? Okay, so this is going to be 1 divided by a half. Are you with me? Yes, you can write 0.5. Yes? I'll put sin 30 into my calculator. Okay. Then I say times cos 30 is root 3 over 2 over 1. But we don't even have to put that over 1. Okay? So what is 1 divided by a half? Okay, do you see how I put it into my calculator? Okay, 1 divided by a half is 2 times, and then we've got root 3, are you guys with me? over 2 divided by 1, and it stays root 3 over 2. Are you guys good? Okay, what can you see can cancel here? Okay, my 2's. So what is my final answer? Root. Okay, next one, we know that cot is the reciprocal for tan. Okay, so technically speaking, we've got not 10 over 10. Remember, cot is the reciprocal for 1 over 10. Yes, no, not at the bottom. Okay, so look here. I'm going to use a thick hokey. Okay, so the bottom is 10 theta, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's that bottom piece.
Which one?
This bottom piece.
The cube.
Okay? The top piece is what we've changed. The reciprocal is what we need to change. And that reciprocal is 1 over 10 theta. This cot is still at the top of my fraction, right? It's 1 over, yeah, so we've got a fraction on top of a fraction. So 1 over 10 theta. That's that top piece. Okay, I'll show you another way to do it if you're a little bit more comfortable. Like this way. Okay, we'll end up getting the same answer. Remember, guys, there's many ways, many alternatives. Okay, we can say cot theta divided by 10 theta. Same thing. If you don't want two fractions over one another. Okay, and this is going to be the same thing, just like we did over there. Cot is 1 over 10 theta divided by 10 theta. Okay, same thing. Same thing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we can't put any of that into our calculator. Okay, because we don't have reference angles. Okay, it's purely just using your brain now. Okay, so we know, we know that this top piece is 1 over 10 theta, right? And that's being divided by 10 theta. Do you see we're exactly back to where we are on the right hand side? Same thing. Yeah? Okay, so what is my rule for division? Sub and times. Okay, so this is going to be 1 over 10 theta times, okay, this is over 1, hey? This is over 1. So we're going to times it and we're going to tip it. Okay, so this is going to be 1 over 10 theta. Okay, so there's nothing that can cancel here. Nothing. If the tan theta was on top, we could cancel that one and that one, but it's at the bottom. Nothing we can cancel. So what we're going to do is we're going to start multiplying across. Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1, and 10 theta times 10 theta. 10 squared. Yes. Right, so sec, reciprocal for cos, cot, reciprocal for tan. Okay, tan is shilling, tan is good, and then we've got cos theta. Okay, so for cot, no, cot is tan. Right, so we've got negative 1 over cos theta times 1 over over tan theta times tan theta times cos theta. Yes, we can put it over 1, 100%, because it is over 1, yeah?
So basically the goal is to make everything the same concept.
Okay, what can we see? What can cancel? Okay, cos and tan. Okay, remember it doesn't cancel, it's cos divided by cos, which is 1 over 1. Tan divided by tan, which is 1 over 1. So what's our final answer?
1 over 1 times 1 over 1.
Oh,
what?
Negative.
And do you also cancel out the theta every
Yes, it's the same as x. X cancels with x. Cos theta cancels with cos theta. So your final answer is negative 1. Negative 1 over 1 times negative times 1 over 1 times 1 over 1 times 1 over 1 is still going to give you 1. Okay.